guys. Focus. Jesus. Good morning, guys. Well, it's another at-home weekend for me. There's a big divisional tournament next weekend, like a cash payout kind of thing, and there are several teams that are scrimmaging each other here in Oklahoma City. One of them being Oklahoma City Logic, a bunch of really cool dudes that I know, going out to help them out on the field layout a little bit. Gonna get some games in with them today. I believe that Texas Phalanx came up as well, so there should be quite a few teams out at the field. We're about 15-20 minutes out. Let's have a good day. You always got to make a pit stop before you go to the field. Well, we made it. Let's go see what's going on. Everywhere I go, dude, this kid is following me, just trying to catch a feature.
Hey, shout out, hashtag John Leon.
We'll see if that makes the cut. There's some familiar faces.
Hey, what's up, bud?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
How are you?
Good to see you.
You too, man. Doing well?
Yeah, well enough.
Good.
Well enough.
What's up, buddy?
Boys? Boys?
That's crazy.
Hey guys, what's going on? My name is John Hubbard. I'm here with Avid Extreme Sports Park, and we are at our south location here in Newcastle, Oklahoma, with looks like a big turnout today. There's 6 or 7 squads here, so ready to grind out.
And that was super professional, but let's get down to it. I've known John for a long time. Played a lot of paintball together. You guys need to come check out his field. Good turnout. Andy Zamora, one of my favorite people.
Gentlemen, doing all right?
Yeah, doing great.
Good.
Good. Knuckles.
Yeah, I was like, oh, thank you.
Knuckles. Good to see you. Good to see you. Gentlemen, good to see you. Knuckles. Knuckles, Knuckles, good to see you guys.
This guy's so aggressive.
I'm gonna go get dressed. This looks good.
Yeah.
So let's take a second to talk about effort. The reason that I'm so pumped to come out to local fields like this, we're at Avid South right now, is because of the people and the teams that are here that are putting in effort. Teams like, Texas Phalanx that drove 4 hours to get up here today to play 1 day of paintball. Teams like Logic that are out here that have a big tournament coming up. They're a brand new team, they're new to the tournament stuff, and they're putting in the effort to get better, and they're playing better teams and better players to get there. It's a long road for everybody to make it to the national level, to make it to the pro division. Set your goals, work towards those, make sure they're achievable so you don't get burnout, and put in the effort. I don't think a lot of guys realize the amount of effort that it takes to actually reach whatever goals you set, within paintball or outside of paintball. So, lesson learned today.
he was so steady until you came around.
I like your bike, dude. Those are dope.
OKC, Oklahoma City Logic. I'm out of Avid Extreme Sports in Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Your old stomping grounds.
That's correct.
Yeah. I guess we're older guys that kind of been playing a little bit with a mix of newer guys who've only been playing about a year or two or so. So we're getting ready for the Star Series. Shout out to Mark Johnson. Love that man.
Yeah.
We're just kind of messing around with the layout. There's no W in this layout, so there's an A. So we're just kind of shooting what we can shoot.
What do you guys learned so far?
Very gappy, a lot of pocket shots, like you told us. So you have to make sure every move that you make, you know who's shooting at you.
Right.
A lot of weird little spots you can play out of. And a lot of talking.
Have you guys noticed that it takes a lot of discipline to play the pocket and to have the maturity enough to know when the game breaks down and it's time to come out of the pocket?
Absolutely.
That's the toughest part of playing that style of paintball. Like, props to you guys for doing it at the level that you're at. That's very impressive, and you're having some success with it today, obviously. But outside of the tournament, you know, what about the team long-term this year? What kind of goals do you guys have? Where do you see the team at developmentally right now? And what would you guys like to work on and get towards and see growth for the team throughout the year?
Oh, talking about your pocket also, just learning from you guys every time we get a hold of, like you or Ryan Gray or one of the guys been playing a little longer. Just kind of watching, slowly mimicking, because you guys tell us you can't, it's not something that you're told. You have to learn to feel the game.
Right.
If the guns are turning on you, or if you've been playing a spot too long, or just those little things, a little bit at a time, and you can't be told that. You have to get out and play points and play your drills and know how long you can play in there. For the year, we're still figuring out if we're going to be in either playing a Plum Series or if we're going to commit to an Empire Series. Just for this year, we want to play D4, D5, and then slowly get the guys developed enough to be able to either play D4 X ball or stay right now for the D4.
Yeah.
So it just kind of depends on how we progress.
And man, I think that's like realistic goals, and that's something I like to talk about a lot in this vlog series is create realistic goals, create something that's achievable, because the moment that you reach one of those, it gives you momentum to start building on that to move on to something else. You know, if you guys started this year and said, man, we want to play Division I by the end of the year, that's not realistic.
No, you
and that's not a stab at the skill level of the team. It's just there are teams that played for years before they got to the Division I point.
Absolutely.
So realistic goals are super important, and it gives you that momentum to build up to the next goal and build up to the next goal and build up to the next goal. And if you're something that I've noticed too, on like my come up through the ranks, I never left a tournament, especially one that we got deep into, and left like I didn't learn something. Like, you can't replicate the stress of a Sunday. You can't replicate the pace or the levity of playing on Sunday. And you really, really learn a lot from being in that kind of environment. So I'm really stoked that you guys are taking on all these tournaments like this Cash Day thing that's coming up, because the more that you throw your guys into that kind of environment, the faster you guys are going to progress. Because that stress and that levity of the situation, it might not click at the first tournament, but when it does click for your guys, it's a game changer. Absolutely a game changer. On Sunday, you lose once and you're done. And it sucks to lose on a Sunday and go back and, we always have a team meeting, whether we win or lose. I always go back and watch the game footage after the tournament's over, whether we win or lose. And you can go back and see the moment that you let the tournament slip away. Like one stupid move, one guy coming off of a cross, once you decide how you're going to play the layout on Sunday, you got to stick with it. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a really, really slow pace, unless you're just shooting a ton of people off the break. But that's where the whole levity thing comes into play, because when you understand that like one move can ruin the rest of the tournament for us, you got to be sure about what you're doing. But I'm excited to see you guys on this field and to see how you're playing it, because I do think you're playing it right. I think pocket is the way to go, and then after the pocket you know, kind of develops a little bit, and you either get a kill or you're matched up, then you send the guy up to the wall and you guys break out from there.
Yeah.
So I think you're playing it right.
And that's kind of where we've kind of positioned our players to do that, where your more experienced players are the guys who are gonna close the game because they feel the game faster.
Yeah.
And you're good. It bounced.
Bounced. Oh my God.
Lucky. Well, yeah, you can kind of see the game develop faster, of course. That's kind of
Quick, what's your name?
Andy Zamora. I play
Zamora.
for Oklahoma City Logic, Avid Extreme Sports in Oklahoma City.
Christensen. Yeah.
Jesse Maiolo.
Okay. You guys play for?
Texas Phalanx.
Yep. Same team, different divisions. What's going on?
I'm D4X.
We are
Gray.
both
She's
D4X.
D4X.
Yeah.
Red.
Okay. So how many like squads do you guys have in the program?
D2 to D5.
6.
Wow.
Right now.
Yeah.
6 lines.
That's pretty
throughout.
serious. Yeah. So why did you guys travel up to Oklahoma today?
Avid's one of our home fields and
Yeah.
sponsors, and
We like to make sure we pay them a visit and
Yeah.
see
Yeah, it
some
was-
Oklahoma practices.
It was
it's
pretty
also
sweet.
nice playing against other teams.
Yeah, it was a pretty sweet setup today. There's quite a few people out here. The field looks
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I really
Um,
actually kind of like the layout.
Yeah. What do you think?
The layout's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The Dorito side can win the game, but it can also get shut down extremely easily, is what it seemed like.
So how do you think you guys will play the layout? And I realize this is going to be out before the tournament's over, or before the tournament starts, so you don't have to give away a whole lot of stuff. But
Nah.
do you think it plays fast? Do you think it plays slow?
I think it plays fast, honestly.
Yeah,
I
it
feel
can play
like
pretty fast.
Yeah.
aggressive is the best way to play this field.
Very.
What I noticed, a lot of the other teams out here, they're having some success against you guys. Obviously, you guys were playing the field really fast, and their best counterpunch for that was like to play the pocket. And then as the game developed a little bit, they came out from the pocket, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You guys consistently were making Dorito 1, Dorito 2 off the break. So if you can keep that up at the tournament, obviously that's going to be a good look for you guys. So why the Cash Days tournament? Is it just an open weekend you guys had? Something you want to do to get some tournament experience? Or is it something you guys had on the books for a while?
I think it's more just getting back into the season since we haven't played a tournament yet this season.
Sure.
Like to get one in before Vegas and just kind of bond as a team.
And a lot of us, like with my line, we all just came up from D5, so D4X is a whole new experience for some of the guys.
Sure.
And so we want as much practice as we can and just kind of gradually, get them used to it and
Yeah.
the quick turnovers and stuff.
Right.
I
So
want to just dive in.
OKC Logic that was out here earlier. I've known a lot of those guys for a while, and we were having that same conversation earlier. Like, you can't replicate the pressure and the levity of like being late in a tournament.
Yeah.
You know, when you start getting down to like the quarterfinals, semifinals, finals, that kind of stuff,
Right.
and playing as many events as you can, especially before like the big ones start happening, is going to be good for the team, because that really like molds the mindset for the team, especially as you guys get late in the tournament, because that's not something you can really just do on a practice day.
Right.
So props to you guys for doing that. That's really cool. As far as like the team for the year though, you guys have any goals? Obviously you're going to be playing the NXL, so what's it looking like for you guys this year?
Well, our line had a really strong D5 season, and so we want to make sure that we don't get ahead of ourselves. We want to go in and just make sure we knock off like every point, make sure everything's right, with the turnovers, and we just want to try to hold that and be as aggressive as we can and communicate better.
Right.
Hopefully we can, achieve more like we did last season as well and maintain that win.
Yeah, you guys made Sunday quite a bit last year.
Oh, yeah.
Something that I was really stoked to see was like the composure that you guys had, especially being such a young team. That was really cool to see. And again, back to that whole like deep in the tournament levity of the situation kind of thing. I think you guys are really starting to develop that, which is cool. But yeah, overall, looking forward to like watching you guys this year. It's been super sweet to see you guys kind of come up through the ranks. I've known Brady for a little bit, so I've kind of been in contact with him, seeing him come up through the program, so that's cool. Just starting to get to know you guys. But like throughout the year, I'll touch base with you guys and do something more like
Sounds
this.
good.
But it's cool to see you guys out here.
Yeah,
You know,
it
this
was great to come out here. I haven't been up here yet, so.
30, 45 minutes from my place, so it was nice to see a bunch
Nice.
of teams out here that were, grinding, actually putting in effort to get better.
Right.
That's a big deal.
It's
So
always
we're
nice
gonna
to play
we're gonna sign
other
off from
teams.
here. This is Texas Phalanx. All right, man, that wraps up the day here at Avid Park South. We had a killer day today. Bunch of teams out here, everyone trying to get better for this tournament coming up next weekend. Cash Days is what it's called. Paintball Fit. If you guys haven't heard about the event yet, go hit up Mark Johnson. He's got a lot of information on it. I'll link it below. Gonna cruise through here and say bye to everybody. Like I said, fantastic day. It was awesome to see everybody put in effort. That's the theme of today's episode, is effort. Thanks for having me.
No problem, man. Thanks for coming out.
Absolutely. Appreciate it.
Yeah, field's looking killer.
Thank you for having me, sir.
Not a problem. Thanks
Appreciate
for coming.
it. Yep. See you, buddy.
Thank you for having me.
All right, I'm gonna give you guys a quick walkthrough on the field real quick so you know what we're playing on today. I think there's a couple guys still playing out here, but you'll get an idea. This field's nice, man. Big team practices. They've got a compressor that keeps up. Nice bunkers, nice grass. If you're anywhere in this area, you definitely need to check it out.